Morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Are we having fun? Yep. It's snowing today. It started here, I don't know, sometime by 6 o'clock. And it ain't letting up any. We got to get 4 8-foot 2 3/8 pipes cut for a guy. So I'll get this done and we'll bring it back later. Alrighty, guys. Just got done feeding the cows in a different location. And the couple bales that I brought them out last night, Mocha's standing on it right now. They didn't clean it up as good as I thought they would. It's hard to tell with the snow, but yeah, they didn't really clean it up as good as I was expecting. I was expecting it to be licked right clean, but it's not bad. They got a yellow feed and a hay bale, a yellow oat bale and a hay bale yesterday, and they got the same thing today. Basically, I put the yellow bale down and then put the hay bale on top, or vice versa. Last night it was the hay bale first and then the yellow feed bale on top, and today I put the yellow feed first and the hay bale on top of that. And they're just way out there. It's still snowing. Yeah, this snow, it might, this could be our first snow that stays. So, we got our preg testing done yesterday with basically dry ground, so that was nice. We don't have to worry about that aspect of it. So, yeah. Anyways, not sure what we're going to be doing here today with snowy weather. Might not be much. I do have a guy coming over to pick up those pipes that I cut, but other than that, we might just take the friggin' day off and say to hell with it. We're allowed to do that now and again, right? So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. We'll talk to y'all later. Alrighty, guys. Afternoon here now. And we got some HLA. Hard to see how much is in there, but it's basically just below my thumb. So there's about 200 C's in that yet. That's a 500 C bottle. And we got some biomycin 200 fast. That's a full bottle. And we got some calves that we need to treat, like 19 of them. They don't need that. And they don't need no goddamn Medicam. And I'm not going to bother with the res floor on them. I'll just use one of these. So, yeah, I'm going to run them through the chute. And being that there's 2 of them that have quite the snooty nose this morning with all this wetness, and they were outside locked out of the barn, so that maybe didn't help. I thought about opening the gates and giving them access to the barn for last night, but I never. I really didn't think we were going to get that much snow, and there's still a little bit coming down. It's not cold, but it's wet. So anywho, when I get the calves in the barn and we start running them through, I'll try and bring you guys back.
Squeeze him.
He's not in the head gate. Hey, step ahead. You can do it. You can do it. You got to bring your head through here. Was it 467?
You want the bar?
She's got a big block. Don't think so, no. There, try that. I opened it up a little bit. There you go.
That whole front moved.
Yeah, it's spring loaded here.
I don't like this.
Yeah, oh, this is Sheriff. He gets 20. Treating the whole herd, guys. Later. Alrighty, guys. Well, those guys are all treated. We'll give them a few days, see what they look like, and they have access to the barn for tonight. I'm sure they'll be fine. That's pretty much covers our day for today. Hunting season is in full swing. It's whitetail season. But Dylan was out this morning, but I don't think there's going to be much going on for tonight. So we'll yammer at y'all tomorrow. Morning, everybody. Just kind of finishing up our morning chores here and checking on these girls. I have not fed out in the pasture yet, but I generally come over here and check these girls. These are our heifers, first time and second time calvers in this group, and also to check on this water tank. I just closed the one lid. There's only like 20 head in here, so they only need the one lid open. And it did crust a little bit last night. It got to minus 11 Celsius. I have not started a fire in here yet this year. So the wood is here and it's ready to rock and roll, but we have not started a fire. Not yet. Anyway. Yeah, and they're looking just fine. I need to get to town this week at some point and pick up more salt and mineral and blah, 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 all that fun stuff. And right now we got a friggin' postal strike on. So when CP and I ship calves, we don't generally go to the sales. It's all a pre-sort sale. Calves are delivered at least 24 hours before sale day. So instead of making another trip just to watch them sell, I generally just stay home, do other jobs, and wait for the check to come in the mail. But this year, that might not happen. Simply because there's a postal strike as of 9 o'clock Friday morning. So, anywho, everybody's looking good. Everybody's looking happy. So, let's get to the shop and see what we're going to do over there. Alrighty, guys. So, we need this. Wish I had a piece of rubber for that. And that. So what are we doing? Well, was it about 2.5, 3 years ago? We broke the door glass out of this thing, unloading bales from the trailer. Had a heavy bale, lifted it, and as I lifted, she just dropped. I got it up off the trailer a little bit, and I was right close, and it just dropped, and I hit the side of the trailer with the door and literally blew the glass right out of her. Anywho, so, and it does have a windshield for this Bobcat. It's just way back when I did not put it back in. So I have it. I can't remember if it works or not, but this is the motor drive for the windshield wiper. This is the hydraulic spring for the door to help it stay open. I'm missing a clip, but whatever. I guess we'll live without the clip. Yeah. So I'm going to gather up some toolages here, and we're going to attempt to get this thing reinstalled. So I'll bring you back here in a little minute. Alrighty, so on your gas cylinder, the shock for the door to help hold it open, I put that on this end. It goes right through the steel frame. On this side, it literally is just sitting on there snugglishly, if that's a word. And then over here, you got the plastic cover that goes against the glass on the inside. On the outside, you got a metal plate, but in behind the plate, there's a rubber strip. So we got that on. There's a screw with a rubber piece that goes on here. It's a fairly thick one because it goes right through the glass, with a little nut on the back side. And I got to get another screw, goes inside there, and it just screws into the housing of for the motor drive. This guy, I do believe, is the guy I want. And he goes there, and they're just Phillips, or as I like to call them, me and CP stars. That's that and that. I gotta snuggly buggly that one up a little more, but before I really get things in tight, I'm gonna test this sucker to make sure it's gonna turn. So I'll bring you back in a second, okay? Alrighty, key is on. Do that, and it's turning. So I guess the motor still works. Shut that off. It actually has a window squirter too. But I ain't gonna worry too much about the window squirt tear. How many people worry about a window squirter on a Bobcat, right? So, this is the damn arm. And I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I have an actual blade that'll work on this darn thing. I think I had this one in it before, but he's not very fucking big. So I might try going for something a little bigger. I don't know, maybe something like this. We'll see. Let's get the arm mounted and see how it looks after that, okay? Pretty well. It's not the exact right windshield wiper blade, but let's see if it'll work. Oh. Well, that's no fucking good. Now is it? It was working, but now it's not. She jammed up. And I do vaguely remember this thing having a problem with the windshield wiper before. And I don't know why. I don't know if the motor is getting weak. And I think that's why I didn't bother putting it back on. One, I need to adjust it because it's coming too far this way. So yeah, we'll have to adjust that. Alrighty, I'll get some wrenches and we'll adjust it and see if that's gonna help. Well, this ain't no fucking good. I adjusted it, but it's jamming up. It'll swing across, but it won't go all the way back. It stops. I open and close the door a few times and just the jiggling caused it to come back to this point, but it won't bring itself back. So I'm guessing there's something going with the motor here, and that's why it's not working. But at least the motor's on and all the holes are covered up, right? Anywho, and I got my hydraulic cylinder, or my gas shock cylinder, back in place to help hold the door open when you're getting in and out. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. This part is done. I can phone Bobcat maybe sometime this week and find out what a new motor is going to cost, but I could just imagine anything with Bobcat, it's like John Deere. It's going to be fucking expensive, plain and simple. Yep, she ain't doing squat. Later. Well, let me tell you guys, these cows of mine, they like that yellow feed better than they do hay, alfalfa grass hay. Like, I drop the alfalfa bale down first. Yeah, they come and they eat, but as soon as I start dropping that friggin' yellow feed on top, because I drop the one bale down, then I'll turn around the end and I'll drop the other bale coming back, and they'll be at the far end. And when I go back and I start putting down that yellow oat bales, they go nuts. They just come running to the back end of that machine and start gobbling that stuff up, going after all that oats in there. But they're looking good, and that's all that matters. See that? There's some hay right there, alfalfa grass hay. They're not even touching that stuff. They'll wait until everything else is gone, and then they'll work at cleaning that up. Anywho, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna have a coffee, and then I think CP and I are gonna go play with some guns. We'll talk to you guys later. We make fire. Fire! Big fire. Okay, not so big yet, but getting bigger by the minute, by the second. What the hell am I doing? This is our garbage pit area. We got all kinds of burned up 2x6s or busted 2x6 slabs, corral material, so on and so forth. And being that the wind is kind of coming from the southeast, blowing northward, northwest, and really nobody lives out that way. Not for a ways anyway. There's people that live out there, but they're a couple miles away. I figured today would be a good day to light this up, and with the snow cover, I should be safe. And I just take a straw bale, a small one, shred some straw on top of all of this garbage, light her up, let her rip. I'll keep an eye on it throughout the day, but I'm sure we'll be fine. And you can feel the heat all the way here in the cab. Anyway, we'll check on it a little bit later. Oh, she's burning now, boys and girls. She's burning now. Alrighty guys, so most of you have seen this thing, and CP and I bought this grapple for doing manure was the idea, but I'll be honest, it doesn't work very good for manure. It's actually a rock and root grapple. And since we're getting into cleaning up our brush and our bush piles and stuff, or making bush piles, I figured, well, let's put it to work. Let's put it to use doing the thing that it was actually built to do, right? So we're gonna head out and try cleaning some shit up. I'll bring you guys back once I get out there. Or when I go to check on the fire. Not much left in there. Pretty much everything that could burn is burned out. That's awesome. Okay, let's get to the bush. Well, let me tell you guys, it works a lot better for doing that kind of work than doing manure. So I haven't done a big area, but we got a pretty good sized pile going. Took a few dead trees out. I got a couple over there that I'm going to try taking out. But almost everything that's in that pile was already laying on the ground. Now the ground is rough. I could scrape a little bit. But I'm not doing a lot of scraping. I'm basically just picking up a bunch of logs and carrying them all and putting them in one pile. Like this. So now I've got this, and I'll take it and I'll dump it in the pile and come back, get some more, so on and so forth. Alright, I'm gonna keep trucking here. We'll talk to you guys later. Alrighty guys, well, we got that big pile way over there, pile over here, a couple small piles over here, another one back there, another one over this way. I got piles all over the fucking place. It's just, it's too hard to get them all bunched into one big spot. There's so many trees, you get to a spot with so many trees, so you just start working a pile right where you're at. So, anyway, I'm sure I got more than enough for y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. Give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later.